Hi everyone, welcome back to Berich Podcast. This is a Q&A session. Today I have two questions. The first question is, please elaborate about Tata Sons versus IPO versus RBI versus NBFC issue. Why all big group companies have NBFC on their name? Example, Mahindra, Bajaj, Reliance, Muthoot, and why not Tata doesn't have?
Well, when you're saying Tata doesn't have, it's wrong because Tata and Sons has been classified as a upper NBFC, and that is where the problem is. It is not anything wrong they've done or they're being forced to do IPO for a simple reason. RBI has mandated certain rules to make sure large NBFCs get streamlined and are brought under scrutiny because of past issues we have had with other NBFCs in India. So RBI is saying if you become an NBFC of certain size with certain amount of capital, then you should list yourself as an IPO so your balance sheet becomes public, all your transactions become public, and there's public scrutiny. And as an investor, as a participator of the economy, you know what's happening. So what happened, unfortunately, for Tata and Sons is because of the way they do financing for their group companies, it's done through Tata and Sons. So let's say some Tata company needs funding. Tata and Sons will raise the money internally and give the funds to that company, and that way is what they were doing. And Tata and Capital is also a finance company which is inside Tata and Sons. What has happened is that kind of borrowing has increased the debt inside Tata and Sons and Tata Capital. So RBI's the rule is triggered, causing this issue for Tata and Sons. So they've bought time from RBI. They've negotiated with RBI, and RBI said if you bring your debt down, then you can avoid possible listing. So this is what is the situation where Tata and Sons are. So what has Tata and Sons done? They've already started selling and liquidating some of their stocks in TCS and all that. And out of the 21,000 crores which they have in debt, they've already raised the money of 9,000 crores. And I'm sure before the stipulated time, September, there's no date. Month of September, year 2025. That's a year away. So they have time to make sure they fall below this rule and they don't need to publicly list themselves. Tata and Sons will not be ever publicly listed. That company is being privately held for more than 150 years. And the reasons why it's privately held is for complete control over the group and group companies. It is the way they've been structured and it makes sense for them. So, yes, there are lots of people who would love to see it being listed and have an opportunity to buy, but it's not going to be happening in any foreseeable future. So, this is what will happen as far as it is not any rule they've broken or any pressure they're under. That is all media playing it like this and like that to get eyeball views. But there's no pressure under them. They have more than enough money to close those loans and not a big issue at all. The kind of assets they hold is phenomenal. And out of the few companies only are publicly traded in Tata's group. A lot of companies in Tata's are privately held and it's all held within Tata and Sons. So they have more than enough cash. There's no concern about it. So they've already started taking the steps. They've already sold 0.65% of TCS and they've reduced it and they'll reorganize the debt and they'll probably even pull out Tata Capital and do an IPO on Tata Capital. But we can wait and watch to see what happens. But there's no real thing about it. And of course, the other companies have done this. Bajaj had, HDB had, and both of them are doing IPOs. Aditya, their NBFC, which is caught in the same problem, they're merging it with the parent company, Aditya Capital, which is a publicly traded company. So other companies also have had NBFCs, which have triggered this rule. And those have all, either they're going to IPO or they're merging with an already listed company and they're sorting it out. So in Tata's case, they don't want to do an IPO, nor do they want to merge them. So they will reduce the debt such that they don't fall into that rule. So they'll come below that. This is the basic background behind it.
So the second question is, this is a personal finance related question. This person is having education loan, it seems. So and is asking about ways to close the loan. Hi sir, I have 3 lakhs education loan and I have gold sitting in my home. Can I switch education loan to gold loan and lower my interest rate? What is your thought, or could you guide me to close education loan? I am earning 35,000 per month and have health insurance paid for this year.
Okay, that's most important information is not shared. So I'll have to assume these things. First is I do not know what is the interest rate of the current loan, how much of the loan he's paid, what is the EMI, what is the tenor, what is the principal left, right? How much gold. So everything is all blanks. He's given me unnecessary information,
Mm.
which is his salary and his insurance. I'm happy he's paid health insurance and he's doing well. So I'll have to just give a blind caveat for that. So I've said this. So now that I don't know any of this information, the only information I can compare and contrast is assuming the interest rate of the education loan is higher than the gold loan interest rate, and gold loan is cheaper, and he's not able to close the loan, then I would of course suggest that he takes a gold loan at a lower interest rate. But be careful. Most of us say this. What will happen is we'll get tempted into increasing the loan amount, saying, okay, I have also an investment opportunity. I can buy some shares. I am anyway paying this EMI. Because right now you'll say this, as soon as you'll see the gold loan EMI is smaller, it'll be like, anyway, I'm paying such a EMI. Let's say I'm paying 10,000 rupees. The gold loan is 8,000 rupees. You'll say, I can continue paying the 10,000. I'm already paying it. So I'll take that additional money in the gold loan and take that money and I'll invest it. You'll get into these convoluted things.
They'll have the second thoughts while doing
Correct. So it is very much in human nature to do it. That's why I say close the loans. Okay. Of course, if you have low interest rate loans, you can keep them. I'm not against them, like a home loan. Gold loan will definitely be cheaper. You can do it. Only thing is, as long as you're very disciplined and very strict about what you're doing. From the comment, what I'm understanding, the way he's written the comment, I'm assuming he's a person who's very disciplined because he's written a very thoughtful question. It's just not like something he's asked out of a whim. He's said, thoughtfully, he's written what he wants and he's mentioned, I have salary, I have insurance. That means he's got gold and everything. So he's in good position financially. So it makes sense, smart sense to switch that loan to a cheaper interest rate loan and pay less interest. So for him, I would advise, yes, from whatever little I can understand and assuming a lot of things, I would say switch over your education loan to a gold loan. If the interest rate is lower, make sure you do not borrow more or get tempted to borrowing more. Lower your EMI and keep going. That's my advice because you are definitely employed. And in this current economy, you never know when you can be out of a job. That too with AI disruption and all other disruptions there. And I'm sure most people are working in IT related industry. So you should be careful of that. So I would say switch and don't increase your loans. That's my advice.
So this session might have helped the person whoever has asked the question. So please keep posting in the comments regarding your personal finance and investment related questions. We'll answer them in the upcoming videos. If you found this video informative and interesting, please like it and share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more videos. See you in another episode with an interesting topic. Thanks for watching the video.
Thank you.